Alright everybody, what up? We are now going to start doing the deck tech for this video. For Pauper MTG,
I'm Dan.
I'm Rob.
Let's get into this.
Alright, so yesterday I was like, I don't know what deck we should play for the channel, but I gotta get something up because me and Dan's work schedule doesn't really mesh this week. So I just I picked a random one from the hat. Dan said he liked Tron because, you know, he's seen the power of Fangren Marauder. So naturally we're not going to play any copies of Fangren Marauder.
That's good. I hate winning easily.
Anyway, this is a deck I started kicking around for a little bit. It's Dimir Tron, blue-black Tron. Sort of a control version, if anybody remembers the old Cloud Post decks. It's kind of like that. So let's dive straight into the deck tech.
Yeah.
Starting off for lands, we got 4 Dismal Backwater. The blue-black duel comes into play tapped, gain a life. We have 1 Dimir Guildgate, sort of just extra one of these, you know. Because I feel like 5 is the correct number. You just gotta have 5.
Sure.
Anyway, we got 3 islands and 1 remote isle, fetchable with Expedition Map. Sort of just an extra land if you need it, and it can draw you a card if you also need it to do that. 1 Shimmering Grotto, kind of, you know, little fixing card going on here. Just a 1 of fetchable with Expedition Map as well, as are all the lands actually.
That's amazing.
Yes, nice. One swamp, and we got all the 4 of all the Urza lands here.
Yeah, we got
of
the
course.
Tron. Yeah.
Got the Tron. That's why it's called Tron.
It wouldn't be Tron without it.
1 drop slot. We got 3 copies of Disfigure. Deals with Delver of Secrets on turn 1, which is sadly necessary for this format.
Yeah.
We also have 1 Tragic Slip. Target creature gets -1/-1 till end of turn. You can deal with a turn 1 Delver if you're on the play and it doesn't flip, etc., etc. But it has Morbid. Target creature gets -13/-13. So if a creature already dies, it's basically Doomblade.
It's actually better than Doomblade because even if a creature is indestructible, they can still get Tragic Slip to death.
Wow. Also, we have 4 Expedition Maps. Fetches up our Tron lands nicely. You can fix mana, whatever. It's great. I like this card. Is awesome. It's necessary. Okay. Up to the 2 drops, we got 3 of Prohibit. Kind of a less mana restrictive counter spell. Counter target spell if its converted mana cost is 2 or less. If it's kicked, the kicker is 2, by the way.
Yep.
You can counter something if it costs 4 or less. So I mean, it's a nice little card. Can do things in counter wars, etc. And so we got 3 Chainer's Edict. This deck can take full advantage of the flashback cost of 7. So basically, it's like 2 Diabolic Edicts tied together. What do you think of that, Dan?
That's pretty cool.
Also recently downshifted from uncommon, so
okay.
This card is technically overpowered.
Wow.
We also have a singleton Diabolic Edict. This one is an instant, however, which is nice. Sometimes you need that.
Yep.
If you want to keep up counter magic, etc.
Yep.
And also it's tutorable with Mystical Teachings, and we'll get to that in a second.
Sure.
But we also have a singleton copy of Grim Harvest, tutorable with Mystical Teachings. It if you keep up mana for it, there we go. Yep. It allows you to basically recur your creatures from the graveyard forever.
Okay.
2 mana cost, instant, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand, and it has a recover cost. And what recover is when a creature is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, you may pay the recover cost, and if you do, you can return this card from your graveyard to your hand. So it's pretty neat. I like that. What do you think of Grim Harvest?
We never run out of threats that way.
Exactly. We have 4 Prophetic Prism. My vote for the one of the most utility cards, or the card that has the most utility in Pauper. 2 mana cost, fixes your mana, also draws you a card. Awesome. We have a singleton Forbidden Alchemy. Can also take full advantage of the flashback costs of 7.
Yep.
Look at the top 4 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. And flashback of 7. Just tutorable with Mystical Teachings is pretty good on its own. Whatever, I like it. 1 Ghostly Flicker goes well with Muldrifters and Seagate Oracles. We also have, coincidentally, 4 Seagate Oracle, 1/3, just a nice little guy to clog up the ground. When it comes into play, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put 1 into your hand and 1 at the bottom of your library. So we also have the namesake of the deck, Tron Teachings.
Yeah.
We have Mystical Teachings. Sorry, I'm having a stroke.
That's okay.
Search your library for an instant card. Or search your library for an instant card or a card with flash, reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle your library. Flashback of 6. So it's just a nice little tutor effect here.
Yeah.
We also have the Pauper Pyroclasm, the main deck.
Oh.
4 mana cost, deals 2 damage to each creature and each player, and has a buyback cost of 3. So if I cast this for 7 mana, it comes back to my hand. So pretty good.
It's almost like a shitty all is dust.
The shittiest. 5 drops, we got 4 of Muldrifter, one of the most powerful cards in Pauper. Can be a divination when you need it, can be a win condition if you need it as well to be that thing that I just said.
Sure.
Just an all-around good card, get it back with fucking Grim Harvest, you can flicker it with Ghostly Flicker, it's amazing. In the 7-drop slot, we have a Singleton Havenwood Worm, our win condition. It is a card with flash and thus tutorable with mystical teachings, so there he is. Also, notable, his power is 5/6. And you know what that can block, Dan?
Everything.
Fucking Gourmet Gangler.
Oh yeah, I guess it can't block the Eldrazi thing, but
No, it doesn't block that guy very well.
we lose the mirror.
Well, no, we can just Chain Edict that.
Ah, I guess that's true.
It's gone forever. Or we can counter it with our 2 of Condescend.
Ooh.
Counter target spell unless his controller pays X. So it's a 1 mana cost X spell.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And it also has Scry 2, just taped on there for added effect, I guess. So it's a good counter spell. It's okay. I wouldn't really want to play more than 2, just because it's can be restrictive. You know?
Right.
Like, would you play? How many mana leagues would you play? You know?
Mana leaks?
Yeah.
Depends on the kind of deck I'm running, I guess. But
Fine, Dan. All right, sideboard. We have a 3 of Circle of Protection green. This card just beats up on fucking hexproof.
yeah.
2 mana cost, 1 white, 1 general, and it has tap 1 mana of any color. The next time a green source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. So this guy comes in against Stompy, against hexproof, comes in against Infect if people still play that.
Yeah.
We also have a 4 of Hydroblast, counter target spell if it's red, or destroy target permanent if it's red. So pretty self-explanatory there. It's pretty sure this card's in like almost all of our decks that we've done videos with.
I think so, yeah.
3 of Spreading Seas against the mirror. This card is the nuts.
I suppose, yeah.
Also, we have an extra Disfigure, comes in against Delver, etc. Things that die to Disfigure.
Yep.
This would probably come in against Delver and the Esper combo deck if we ever get a match against that.
Sure.
And Doomblade comes in against decks that basically are not black.
Sure.
And you'll notice the main deck doesn't have anything that's color restrictive in its ability to target. So. Also, we have a Singleton Kabira Crossroads. It comes into play, you gain 2 life. This would come in against Burn. Also another white source to make casting Circle of Protection green a tad bit easier.
Right.
We also have 2 Nil Spellbomb against graveyard decks.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was the deck tech, and for the first time, I think, we're going to be running this bad boy in the for real big boy tournament practice room.
Okay, we're doing it, huh?
We've gone from the just for tournaments room. We're going to the fucking tournament practice room, Dan.
All right.
Closing thoughts, Dan?
I'm ready to play this deck.